Hey everyone! Have you been trying to manifest something recently and you just don't know what energy you're sitting on right now? You don't know where you are, you don't know how to move that vibration up to match what it is you're trying to manifest? Well, this is a pick a card reading for you. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Holly. I am a professional cut. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Her Real Happiness YouTube channel. I am Holly. I am a professional tarot reader and a tarot mindset coach. Everything on this channel is about tarot and mindset and that sort of thing. So if you like that sort of stuff, then please feel free to press the subscribe button because that will really help me. Also, if that is your jam, my Instagram is in the description box below. I update daily. I am always on my stories chatting nonsense, so if you want daily pick cards or normal tarot readings, collective tarot readings, and tips and hints about getting in the right mindset for manifestation, helping you through your mental health problems and stuff like that in my stories, then I would go and check out my Instagram because you sound like my sort of person. And also down there in the description box below is also where you can, if you are vibing with my energy, you can come and work with me either with a tarot reading, or you can DM me through Instagram if you're interested in any of my coaching. So with that stereotypical top YouTuber spiel done and dusted, as I said in the beginning, this week's pick a card reading is on manifestation, and it is there are sort of two sets of cards. The first is what your energy currently is, and then the second set of cards is what you can do to raise your vibration to match what it is that you're trying to manifest into your life right now. As ever, there is a disclaimer. If you have watched my pick a cards before, then you know that I always have my toddler around. So if he makes an appearance, or I have to have a weird cut in between things, or you might hear banging, children's TV and that sort of thing going on in the background, then I apologize for that, but we do what we can around here, and if you guys are my sort of people, then you know that life happens. Also, my dog has got a cough and he's old, so if you hear a noise that sounds like a demon literally rising from the ground, it's not. It's just my dog and his cough. But there we go. I also apologise for not putting a pick a card reading on for the last few weeks. I've been having some really annoying problems with my phone and the storage and the recording software. I hope that I've sorted that out, but we will see. And I just didn't have the time to then go back and re-record these big old pick a card reading things, because it's just a lot of faffing to then get it from my phone to my computer and then to edit it, and it stressed me out. So I've been doing them on Instagram instead, which is why you should go and follow me on Instagram. Anyway, right, now all that is over and done with, let's get into what crystals / stones I have picked for you guys to make your card selection with. Right, so let's have a look at what we have for you to make your selections from this week. This week, I'm pretty sure I've used this one before, but there we go. This is my little mini amethyst cluster. It was. Alright, let's start that again. Cut. So, let's have a look at what we've got to pick from for today's pick a card piles. Pile number 1, I think I've used this one before, is this beautiful little mini amethyst cluster. So if you are vibing with the beautiful amethyst cluster, then you are pile number 1. Pile number 2 is this cute little carved stone heart. I love this thing. I don't know if I've used this one before in my pick cards. I know I have on Instagram, but I don't know if I've done it on here. So yeah, that is pile number 2. If you're feeling the love, that is pile number 2. And then pile number 3 is my citrine tower. It's so pretty. So if you're feeling the citrine, then you guys are pile number 3. So feel free to just play that back again and just have a feel for the stones. Take pause it, maybe take a few deep breaths. Think about what stone is, you know, is attracting your energy. What are you vibing with? And then when you're ready, the timestamps will be in the description box below, and I will see you at your pick a card reading. Right, so guys, if you picked the little mini amethyst cluster, then you guys are pile number 1, and this is your reading. So let's move these guys out of the way. So how are you feeling about the end of 2020? Are you as excited as I am? That's been a big year. Let's say that. Right. So there's the first 3 cards. I'll just explain how this works. The first 3 cards are their tarot cards. Same with the second 3. Second 3. Okay. And then you have the 2 oracle cards at the end. The first 3 are what your energy currently is, and then the second 3 are what you can do to be able to move your energy, like raise your vibration so that you can match what you are wanting to manifest into your life right now. Right. So let's look what we've got for your current energy. The 4 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands, and the 7 of Swords. What I'm feeling, I'm really feeling this, that you've got this protection energy, like this overprotective energy. I have a feeling maybe you've been betrayed at some point. A 7 of Swords can mean betrayal, but again, it can also mean the protection thing, like being overprotective, being overcautious. I think the protection thing is really boosted. Sorry, I'm not showing you the actual things. Is really boosted when it's coupled with the 4 of Pentacles here. And again, the 4 of Pentacles doesn't always mean overprotectiveness, but these 2 cards combined, I'm definitely seeing that that there's an overprotectiveness, and with that combined with the 10 of Wands here, I feel that it's almost like you're worried about things coming to an end. You're worried about it's like you've become overburdened, and like you've gone on this journey, and you're protective of yourself because you've gone on this journey. Obviously you're worried about things leaving, about whether that's people, whether that's leaving behind like a state of mind even. Do you know what I mean? Just coming to the end, the ending of things. It's almost like this fear of change, and so you feel very overprotective of yourself. I'm very sort of stuck at that. I'm getting this feeling of being sort of stuck in your ways. And it's so much so that you're willing to pack all this baggage and carry all this stuff along because you're so overprotective of yourself that you don't want to let it all go. You don't want to invite other people in. You don't want to unload some of that baggage onto other people. You've gathered it all up. You've packed up your ox or whatever that is. You've packed up your animal and you're doing it. You're carrying it. It's no one else's stuff that is yours, and you won't let it go for anything. You won't let it go for anything, and you're like there watching your own stuff, crouched on the cliff here, watching your own stuff. Not wanting to allow anyone to pierce that, to come into that, to get through this protective barrier that you've had around yourself. So I'm feeling that is the energy that you're on at the minute. You're very protective, you're very defensive, you're carrying a lot of stuff with you. You've overburdened yourself almost to the point that it's like, it's tiring, isn't it? It's tiring when you are carrying all this baggage along and you're not actually letting yourself have a break. That it's all just like you've taken on this big thing yourself, and you're not letting anyone take any of that for you. You're not letting anyone carry that for you, and this is really getting in the way. This is really getting in the way of what you want to manifest. So at the minute, if you're trying to manifest something in your life, but you've got this protective energy where you don't want to change and you don't want to let people in, if you can't let anyone in, then how are the things that you want going to get in? If you've built this protective bubble around yourself, this impenetrable bubble, then how is anything meant to get in that? So consider that and think about that as we move on into the reading of how you can change that and raise your vibration to be able to match what it is that you want. Right, so these are your current energy cards. No, they're not. Can't. Right, so these are the cards that are sort of telling you what you can do to be able to raise your vibration and match the frequencies of the things that you are wanting to manifest. Okay, we start with the moon. Got the moon, the devil, and the Six of Swords. This is some heavy ass energy right here, is all I'm gonna say. You guys are carrying some stuff. That's really what I'm getting from this. You're holding on to something really, really badly, and well, it's you can see it in the Six of Swords that you need to break away from this. Whatever this is that you're holding on to. It could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could just be this negative like this unforgiveness, this grudge, that's the word. You might be holding on to this grudge for someone, and it's just eating at you. It's made you protective of yourself. Like I say, the Seven of Swords for your current energy can sometimes mean betrayal. So maybe that is the case for some of you guys. Maybe there has been a betrayal, and so you're very protective, but you won't share anything of yourself. You've got all this baggage because you don't want anyone else to betray you. You don't want anyone else to have this information on you that they can then hold against you, that they can then use to betray you again. But the Six of Swords here is telling you you've got to let that go. You've got to move away from it. You have to, because you're just going to be stuck in this cycle, this constant cycle of allowing yourself to be betrayed and carrying too much. Because remember, when you're manifesting things, law of attraction is whatever you are thinking of is what you're attracting. So if you're always stuck in the reality where you're telling the story that everyone betrays you, and that you can't share anything with anyone, then you're always going to be betrayed, because that is the reality that you're playing out. That is the reality that you're assigning yourself to. Okay? Then we have the Devil. I sort of like cut the puppet strings. I think this goes along with the grudge thing, but it could be very much to do with how, could be to do with whatever it is that you need to leave behind. I'm getting this really strong betrayal thing for a lot of you, so I feel like a lot of you that are watching this that picked pile number 1, that is the case. This betrayal, and that is just being your puppet master. You see how he's got the puppet strings, and so the Devil is like you're the betrayer. They're still controlling your life. They're still betraying you over and over again because you keep telling yourself that story. That is your reality. That is the reality that you keep living in. And you've got to cut those puppet strings. You've got to cut them. Because whenever you give that person the power over you to be able to control your life and to be able to dictate what is coming for you and how you feel about yourself, then you're always going to be trapped in this cycle of betrayal. And they're always going to be the puppet master. And the Moon.
For that nice cup of coffee.
It's like, you see, this isn't an actual a normal thing that I would associate with the Moon, okay? But the imagery on this card is making me think of like a very much sort of the Hanged Man sort of analogy of just letting yourself float on the wave of all the stuff you don't know. Like that, obviously the things are unknown as a Moon card association, and you might feel like you're overwhelmed by all the stuff that you don't know. You don't know if someone's going to betray you. You don't know that it's going to be all right to share. I get that, but the thing is, you can't know that. You can't know that. You're not psychic. Well, you might be, but you can't read a person's mind and know exactly whether that person is going to betray you or not. You don't know that, okay? And if you do, then you wouldn't be watching this, is all I'm going to say. Because you would be able to tell yourself what energies you're vibrating on and what you need to do to be able to manifest your reality. So what you have to do is just surrender to the unknown. Surrender to the unknown and just float in it. Float in that feeling of not knowing what is going on. Because at the end of the day, you write your reality. You write your reality, and if you keep telling the story of that betrayal, or you keep telling the story of whatever it is that you need to leave behind, that bad relationship, that crappy job, that like living situation, that negative thought patterns that you're stuck in, unless if you continue to let that dictate your life, that is going to be your life, because that is the story that you're telling. And what you've got to do is retell that story. You've got to let that go and move away from it and start telling a new story. What is it that you want to be your story? What do you want to be your story? Because I'm sure it isn't this betrayal or this negative thought pattern or this bad relationship. Sorry about that, pile number one. My toddler was destroying the house. We're nearly at the end of your reading anyway. Yeah, you've got... What you are telling... The story that you are telling is what your life... What is manifesting in your life. Okay? So if you want a different future, you have to rewrite the story that you are telling yourself. So what is it that you want? What is the future that you want? Think about it. Think about the perfect future, the perfect thing that you want in your life. How do you want, if you could be in any reality that is actually conceivable for the human brain. So like, some of you might want to go to Hogwarts, which is a big trend at the minute for the quantum shifting thing, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about actual things that you could achieve in this cosmic plane. Think about what would be your ideal, and then begin to write that as your current reality. Begin to write that as how it is. Let go of that betrayal. Let go of that crappy job. Let go of that bad relationship. Let go of that negative thought pattern. Let go of it. Release the baggage. Unpack the... If I can pick it up. Unpack the ox. Or whatever it is. Let it go. And rewrite that story. Rewrite that story as you move forwards. Your oracle cards are amazing. Starfish spirit, open to infinite possibility. This is what I mean. Open yourself to all these infinite possibilities. Stop allowing yourself to be stuck in this cycle of betrayal. You're worth more than that. You are. You're worth so much more than that. Open yourself to infinite possibilities, because there are infinite possibilities. You could be anyone doing anything you want. So why are you telling yourself the story of betrayal, or of bad relationships, or of bad jobs, or of negative self-talk? Why are you telling yourself that story when you can be anything? And then the spider spirit, make your dreams real. I thought it was a reality. Make your dreams real. This is like doing the work. This is what I mean by you're gonna have to rewrite that story and then start showing up as that person. Start showing up as the dream you. Start showing up as the person that would be living that reality. So when you think about these things that are bothering you currently, just ask yourself, what would dream me actually think of this? Or what would dream me be doing in this situation? Or what would dream me say to this? Because at the end of the day, you are dream you. So be it. Let go of whatever this thing is. Stop letting the person or the thing or the job or the situation be the puppet master, and you take back your own puppet strings and create your own life, because the possibilities are infinite. So thank you very much for watching pile number one. I really hope this resonated with you. Tell me down below, give me an affirmation of your dream you. Alright? Just speak to me as if you're your dream you. Tell me something about your dream you. Yeah? Do that in the comments below. Leave me a little if you enjoyed this and you resonated with this reading. And I will see you guys again soon. Hi, so if you guys picked the carved stone heart, then you are pile number 2, and this is your pick a card reading. Right, first of all, I'll just explain the setup. There are 6 cards, 6 tarot cards, and 2 oracle cards. Okay. The first 3 are your current energy. The second 3 is what you can do to raise your vibration and get onto the right frequency so that you can manifest. So that you can attract into your life what you're trying to manifest. And then the 2 oracle cards are just general bits of advice that kind of link into the rest of your reading. They were along the lines of manifestation and all of that sort of thing. So let's get into this reading, shall we? Right, so the energy you're currently feeling. We have the Page of Wands. We have the 5 of Swords. And we have the 5 of Pentacles. I am feeling like, right, this came to me quite strongly actually. I'm feeling like the Page of Wands represents the fact that you had an idea, a project, maybe even a business idea, some creative project, something like that you were like super excited about. You were like, oh, this is gonna be it, this is gonna be great. I'm like, you know, she's throwing her baton, her wand up into the air. She's like, yes, this is amazing, we're gonna go forward, we're gonna have all this amazing stuff happen. And then something happened so that you felt defeated. It didn't work out. It didn't pan out how you thought it was going to. It didn't gain the traction that you thought it was going to. If it was a business thing, you didn't get anywhere with it. There was no clients. No one was interested. You didn't hit the right target market. You just felt defeated, basically. Like it just hit a wall. Maybe you're still, sorry about that, maybe you're still, this is still a business that you're still got going. Maybe it's a project that you're still doing, but it's just, you're defeated with it. It's just, maybe this is what, sorry, I spat everywhere then. Maybe this is what you're trying to manifest. Maybe you're trying to manifest this thing to actually pick up traction. I don't know, that's probably a specific one, but I have a feeling that could be a reason why a lot of you are here. And then the 5 of Pentacles, you know, you're feeling just like you're left out alone. You've got no, you know, it's like the beggar that's left on the street. You've got nothing, you've got no, it's not panned out. You don't feel like anyone's there for you. You don't feel like anyone's interested. You just feel alone and unwanted, and you know what I mean? Like I say, I'm gonna keep using the business analogy, but please don't take it that this has to be a business. This is just a strong concept that's coming through, but also an analogy that I can personally relate to. You just feel like no one's interested in what you have to offer, what you've been putting out there. You feel like it's just hit like a dead, like into a wall. Like no one's, like say you're looking for clients or something, no one's interested, no one wants to join you. Say it's an art, a creative business, no one wants to buy your products. You're feeling like no one wants what you've got to offer, no one likes what you've been making, and that sort of thing. Sorry about that, pile number 2. My toddler is grating on me this afternoon. As they do. Right, so yeah. The energy right now is this energy of you had something and you thought it was amazing. It could even be a relationship, alright? So don't, like I say, don't take my business analogy to mean that this has got to be about business or it doesn't resonate with you. Sorry, I just knocked some of your cards on the floor. yeah, don't take it that that it's got to be a business thing or it doesn't resonate with you, because that's not it at all. This is a general reading, so it's not going to be suspicious. Yeah, right. It's not going to be specific enough to pinpoint an actual clear thing, but it's something that you were excited about, that you were, you know, thought was going to be this amazing thing. So like I say, it could be a relationship that you were really excited about, and you were, you know, you thought he was the one, or she was the one, or they were the one, and you were just, yeah, you were just excited, you were feeling it, you were like, yeah, this is gonna be it, this is the future, onto something great here. And then you just, conflict happened, whether that was, like I say, a conflict in business senses. So, you know, you weren't hitting the right target market, what you were offering wasn't being received very well, or whatever, or conflict within the relationship where you just felt defeated. You just felt completely defeated. I mean, look at the defeat on his face. It's just like this, oh my god, I can't believe that's just happened. and like I say, it's left you feeling this type of way, this left alone in the cold, like unwanted, no one really, like, you know, as if no one's interested in what you have to offer, you know, whether that be relationship wise, or whether that be business wise, creatively wise, I don't know. you get the thing, you get the point. So it's some quite heavy energy as we open this up that you're feeling right now. And sorry about that. He's just tipping out his box of blocks on the floor. It's fine. The noise will stop when he stops doing it. So you're in this state, okay? So let's see what we can do. I've got a smile for you guys, and you will understand why. These are the things. This is how, the advice from the cards of how to raise yourself up and get yourself on the right level to be able to bring in your manifestation, right? The world. Right? The world. The sun. And the Three of Cups. That's why I've got a smile for you guys, because these are really good cards, and the energy from them just brings a smile to my face. Like, there's like three of the most positive, like, high energy cards in the entire tarot deck, and that's the advice for you, and you should feel, that should make you feel blessed. Like, before we even get into reading what they mean, that should, in like, you know, in your context, you should feel blessed that this is the advice that's come up for you, because this is some really, really positive signs here, okay? So before we even start talking about them, take that as a sign that this defeat and everything that you're going through, it's not the end. It's not. It's just what is happening right now, and it's a manifestation of your past thoughts, your past alignments, okay? And it is not your future. So don't allow yourself to stay stuck in it, because you have this, there's this energy waiting for you to tap into, okay? Right, so the world we'll start off with, because it's the first one that came up, but I don't always start up with the first one that came up. I will here. The world. Remember that you have everything inside of yourself to get you to where you want to go. Alright? So if whatever's happened that you were excited about that didn't pan out, think about why that didn't pan out. Were you telling yourself a story of defeat? Did you believe in it? Truly, did you believe in it? I mean, yeah, you were excited for it. Yeah, you were like, oh, this is going to be really good. But did you truly deep down believe in it? Or did you spend a lot of that time thinking, oh, this isn't going to work out. I don't deserve to be happy. Or this isn't going to make me loads of money. No one's interested in me. No one's interested in what I have to say. No one's interested in my product. Was that the narrative that you were saying? Because if it was, then we can see why you came upon defeat, because you were bringing it on yourself. You were already setting yourself up for failure, and the world here is here to remind you that you have everything within yourself to get what you want. You don't. If all you're going to do is tell yourself that you're not going to succeed, you're not going to succeed. But what has someone else got that you don't? Just because they're successful and you're not, that doesn't mean that they have anything extra that you already don't. That you don't, not already don't. And I say that from my own personal experience. I mean, yeah, okay, you look at some people and you think, well, they've obviously got what they've got because they got everything handed to them on a plate, blah, 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 blah. They didn't have to deal with struggle. I'm here to tell you that I had to deal with struggle, all right? I didn't have anything handed to me on a plate. I did everything off my own back, okay? I struggled through mental health issues. I struggled with ADHD. I struggled through abusive relationships. I struggled with a lot of things, and nothing was ever handed to me on a plate. My family wasn't well off. They weren't able to help me. I got to where I am today through my own belief in myself. So please start believing in yourself and know that whatever you do, as long as you have belief in it, well, not just as long as you have belief in it, obviously you've got to do the things, but you can't just be like, oh, I'm going to be a multi-millionaire, and then spend the rest of your life just sitting on the sofa watching TV. But if you're showing up and doing the work, and you believe in yourself, then you can't fail. You will get there. But as soon as you let those limiting doubts come into your head, those limiting beliefs, and you start thinking, oh, I'm not going to get what I want, then you're setting yourself up for defeat. The sun. This could just continues my little rant. Shine that positivity down on yourself, okay? Shower yourself in the sunshine. I'm thinking affirmations. Listen to 528 hertz binaural beats, which is I think it's the love frequency or something like that. Listen to meditation music. Do positive meditations, positive affirmations. Affirm to yourself inside your head all the time. Every thought that you have is affirming your reality, okay? So every thought that you have, you're thinking your reality into being, all right? Like, that's not just some like woo-woo thing. It is how it is. Like, every thought that you have is affirming what is going on around you, all right? So, or affirming some negative self-belief that you've picked up along your journey. So when those negative things come in that aren't doing you any favors, change that, flip that around, and change it into something positive. Because some people might be like, oh, well, then that's just lying to myself. Yeah, but you've been lying to yourself your whole life by telling yourself that you're not worthy, or you're not good enough, or no one is interested in what you have to offer, or interested in your artwork, or interested in you as a person, like to be with. that is all a lie. So why can you lie to yourself in a negative way, but you can't say positive things about yourself? Like this whole thought about being humble and that, especially as women. I mean, obviously there are men out there, and sorry men if you're listening, I don't want to turn this into a feminist rant, but especially as women, you are told to play yourself down all the time, be humble, but to the point that you're not, it's not just being humble, it's putting yourself down. Don't dim yourself down just to make someone else feel comfortable, because at the end of the day they aren't living your life. So why let them control your life? Why let other people who have literally no bearing on your life at all control how you manifest your reality? So start thinking positive things. Start pouring the positivity down on yourself and try and take yourself out of those negative things. Try and take yourself out of watching the news or watching reality TV or stuff that is just gonna bring you down. I mean, even to the point that I have to here's a little story time for me. I had to stop listening to as much. I really like UK drill and grime, and I had to stop listening to it so much because it got me in this hype mood. And I said to my partner the other day, I'm going to get in a fight now. Because I'd been listening to this stuff so much. I was like, I really want to get in a fight now. Literally, the day after I got in a fight, and I was like, I just created this fucking situation for myself. So I had to stop listening to that so much because I can't be creating fights. But that is just to show you how powerful that manifestation can be. Literally the day after I got into a fight. So think about how powerful that can be about positive things. So you start telling yourself and pouring that positive energy on yourself. Start listening, like I say, to 528 hertz music, and listening to meditation tracks, listening to positive people on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Rather than like the drama channels and stuff like that, or things that might make you compare yourself to them. Look at motivational speakers. Look at like actual learning about things that are good. I don't know. I watch people like Roxy Talks. I watch Sammy Ingram. I watch people like Isabel Palacios. I hope I didn't butcher her name. Or Leora Alexandra Adria. God, why is my name so bad today? You know, and then tarot people like the Tarot Priest, or Bahari Life, Jess Bahari Life, people like that who are just inspiring and uplifting and just make me feel more connected, rather than listening to things or watching things that are just gonna make me feel antsy and that are just gonna make me feel like I'm in some sort of conflict, or like I'm meant to be angry at something. Do you know what I mean? So try and think of things that are going to make you feel more positive, that are going to uplift you, that are going to make you feel happy, and just, like I say, just pour that positivity onto yourself. Bathe in it. And then lastly, we have, if I can pick it up, we have the Three of Cups. This can be a couple of things, alright? I'm feeling two different energies from this, and obviously one will be for one group of you and the other will be for another group, depending on who you are and your circumstances. The first group I'm seeing as literally getting together with friends and being with the people who love you and being with the people that uplift you and your soul tribe, and the people that support you. Think about the people that support you. Don't keep spending time with the people that are just there to gossip with you and, you know, put you on a bad vibe and just talk badly about people and just want to get together to moan. Trust me, I've had friends like that, and it's just it's just one of those things that keep you in a cycle that you don't need to be in. So get with the people who uplift you, who support you, who want to build you up, who want to talk about your goals and, you know, your successes and what you've got planned for the future and stuff like that. So even maybe reach out to people who you look up to and who's in your social media and things like that. People that are that inspire you. But maybe reach out to them to be able to find other people to who will support you in your journey, who'll be able to lift you up. And then the other group of people that this is related to is there's also a feeling here of the remembering that you're never alone. You aren't ever alone. You've always got your spiritual entourage there with you. You've always got your guides. You've always got, you know, if you believe in angels, you've always got your angels. You've always got the divine, whatever you believe in that sense. You've always got your ancestors. There is always your spiritual entourage, whatever it is you believe in, whatever names you put to that. Remember that you are never alone, because there's always those spiritual things, the spiritual beings, the spiritual presences that are there for you, that are there to help you. So just remember that when you feel down and you feel low and you feel like you've got no one, remember that that's not true. There are literal beings who are there just for you, just to watch over you, just to, you know, see you through this. So remember that when you start, when the whole Five of Pentacles begins to sink in again, just remember you're never alone. There are literal beings who are there watching over you. Like, that is their whole purpose. So, in summary, remember that you have everything within yourself to get to where you want to go. Stop talking to yourself in a negative way and putting yourself down and allowing that negative self-talk to cycle around in your head. Watch and listen to more positive things. Bathe yourself in positivity. Tell yourself positive affirmations, whether you listen to the pre-recorded things or whether you make up your own that you say to yourself over in your head, or even record your own. I mean, I hate the sound of my own voice, so I wouldn't listen to myself, but other people might listen to themselves. Or, like I say, just play that over in your head, write it down, script, any way that you can get those affirmations to go in there. Get them in there. Bathe yourself in this positivity, okay? And then just remember you're not alone. Whether that is getting together with friends that uplift you, whether that is reaching out to people that inspire you, that, you know, will uplift you on your journey, or whether it's just remembering that you've always got your spiritual entourage. You've always got these beings who are literally here for you, to guide you through this experience. We'll move on to your oracle cards now. Turtle Spirit, slow and steady wins the race. I think this I feel links a lot to what I was saying about how your current energy is going, and how what you've also got to think is maybe that wasn't the right time, because the right time will be once you have that belief in yourself. So it might take a little while of sort of brainwashing yourself almost into a positive way of thinking, into knowing that you have everything within yourself to achieve what you want to achieve. it might take a little while to get there, but once you're there, you'll be just like whoosh, going straight for what you want, and it'll just be like an overnight success thing. But for now, concentrate on building that mental state in the positive mental state that you need. Canary spirit, sing your own song. I know this probably isn't what the book says, but in connection to your reading, I'm seeing this as sing your own song and like big yourself up. Toot your own horn. You just big yourself up. Don't keep putting yourself down all the time. I'm getting that energy from this reading from you guys, that you're just affirming this negative self-belief in yourself, and you've got to stop. Toot your own horn, sing your own song, big yourself up, because you're worthy of it. You're worth so much more than you allow yourself to have. So give yourself the world. All right? Right, so pile number 2, that was your reading. I really hope that this resonated with you. If it did, leave me a comment down below and give me an affirmation that you're going to be telling yourself from now on, okay? I really want to know what you've picked. If it did resonate with you as well, please leave me a... That just helps me to reach more people and help more people. And yeah, like I say, I look forward to hearing your what your affirmations are. So take care, guys, and we'll move on to the next pile. Right, so if you picked the Citrine Tower, then you are pile number 3, and this is your reading. So, first of all, I'll just explain this concept and how everything is going, how the reading is going to go. It's going to go down. We have 6 tarot cards. The first 3 are your current energy, what is currently going on with you right now. And then the second 3 are how you can how you can raise your vibration and get yourself onto the right level to be able to manifest your whatever you're trying to bring in. And then we have 2 oracle cards at the end. There's just some general advice and for what's going on and for how to bring in your manifestation. Right. So first of all, we have the 5 of Cups. And we have the 9 of Cups. And we have the 10 of Swords. I'm feeling there was a very similar vibe to this in pile number 2, where you've got this really positive card and then 2 kind of more heavy energy cards. And I'm feeling like this is sort of like you felt like you had it all, or you almost had it all, and it ended. Something happened. Like maybe you've just come out of a bad relationship. I'm getting that kind of feeling from this one. But it could be that you got let go of your job. That your business has gone under. That even though it was going really well, you know, something was going really well, and it just sort of blew up in your face. Whether that was a sudden, I don't see it as so much of a sudden thing, that it suddenly crept up on you, because we don't have the Tower or something like that here. But I feel like it was something that was going really well, and then it's dying off now, or it's died off now. And I see that because you've got the 10 of Swords. And obviously the imagery that's in the Rider-Waite-Smith It's over the dead person with all the swords sticking in their back. And here it's like they're wandering over to the new horizon and everything. So turning their back on what's ended, what's done, and they're walking over to the new, where the sun is rising in the new place. My brain isn't working for some reason. I can't find my words. So, and then obviously you've got the Five of Cups, which is sort of like you've poured out all your Nine of Cups, and since all these have all gone now, you might as well chuck the rest of it down the drain, right? That's what I'm feeling for your energy right now, that you're just like everything was going really well, and then suddenly it's just started not to. You, like I say, maybe you're getting out of a relationship, or your relationship feels like it's ending even. Maybe it's not even quite ended yet. Maybe your business hasn't quite gone bust yet. Maybe you've not quite lost that job yet, but you feel like it's coming. Like it's gonna happen any day now. It's all breaking down. And like I say, you're in the Five of Cups mode, where you're just like, oh well, since all of those are now empty, I might as well tip the rest of it down the drain. What's the point, Sorry, I've got really bad hiccups this afternoon. So that is how I'm feeling your current energy. They're sort of like, well, what's the point? It's gonna happen. The end is nigh. So, what's the point? It's pretty heavy energy to be sitting on. So let's have a look what we've got in terms of the how you can change things to manifest what you need. Four of Swords. The Wheel. And the Eight of Cups. Right. Where this might seem like a very sort of reading, I'm seeing it as what is going on now has to pan out, right? You can't do anything for what is now manifesting, like right in this moment, what is manifested, what is happening right now, because it's what you have created in the past. Do you know what I mean? Like your 3D reality that is happening now is like catch-up TV. Like the live show has already happened in your head, and now it's all catching up to you. All right? Does that make sense? And so you've got to let that pan out. Whether that's gonna go well or not, who knows? I can't personally tell you that from this, because it's a general reading. So unless I know you and your situation and what's going on, then I can't give that sort of advice. But what the Wheel is saying here is you've got to let this pan out. Like, yeah, it might be a difficult situation. Yeah, you probably are hurting right now, but it's just gonna have to play out. And the thing is, with the Four of Swords coming up, it's this rebirthing of yourself and the reparenting of yourself that you've got to get into, that you've got to bring together to be able to get you to manifest the next thing in a positive way instead of manifesting in a negative way. And what I mean from that is, I recently did a video on my Instagram about how I manifested like sort of like the life of my nightmares. Like, you know how people say, oh, I manifested the life of my dreams. I manifested the life of my nightmares when I was younger. Because I had this negative outlook on life, and I idolize this partying scene and idolize this, like, the whole, because of the time that I grew up in, I idolized all the sort of drug scene and stuff like that, and I manifested myself a nightmare because at the same time I had very negative beliefs of myself, and so I put myself into a really, really bad situation. And it was only through that reparenting of myself, of rebirthing myself, and actually bigging myself up and enhancing the way that I think about myself, that actually got me into a pretty good position. I mean, we're not 100% there yet, but we're pretty much there. So this is what you're gonna have to start doing, and it might feel like you are starting from zero. All right, you might have all this negative self-belief, this thing that's been sort of brainwashed into you, like of how you think of yourself and how you think yourself to be, and all these negative things that you constantly say to yourself. And the way that you have to do that, the way that is gonna help you to get out of that is to be mindful. First of all, be mindful of what you're telling yourself about yourself, how you're talking to yourself about yourself and your life. How are you talking to yourself? If you are talking to yourself in a way that you wouldn't talk to your best friend, your partner, or your kids, or your mum, if you've got a good relationship with your mum, if it isn't something you would say to them, do not say it to yourself. You deserve just as much love and care and goodness as the people that you care about. So you need to start telling yourself good things. And when you start hearing a bad thought come up in your head, you need to turn it around. You need to stop yourself, or think after you've said it to yourself and think, nope, and turn that into something good. And you've got to keep doing that. And yeah, it is a lot, especially in the beginning. It is a lot of work, but the positives of it are beyond measure, beyond worth it. All right. So you've got to start changing those thoughts round. As soon as they start coming into your head, you need to flip them around. You need to change them. You need to turn it into a positive thing. Okay, so you can look after yourself again, reparent yourself, reaffirm, so that you see the world and yourself as something good, as something positive, that good things are always happening to you, that you are worthy of everything that you desire. And I know that it might just seem like you're lying to yourself, but at the end of the day, you've lied to yourself for this long. I said this to another pile. You've lied to yourself this long about stuff that isn't good for you. You've lied to yourself for this long in a negative way. None of this is really real. It's all just, it's what we affirm in our mind to be. Like, so why continue to live it in a way of tearing yourself down instead of living it in a way of building yourself up? I know which one of those sounds like a better idea. I know which one of those has been a better idea, and which has brought to me a hell of a lot more good things than talking to myself in a negative way all the time did. And then we see the 8 of Cups. And this walking, I see this as both walking away from this situation, because whatever the situation isn't doing you any good, because you're wallowing in it now. You've got to a point of wallowing in it because you're losing this thing, and that's all that your mind is thinking of. So you've got to walk away from that attachment to whatever is going on right now, whatever you're losing, whatever feels like it's dying off. You need to walk away from that attachment of it. You need to separate yourself from separate your worth from that thing, so that you're not calculating your worth off of this thing that you feel that is coming to an end. All right, you need to take your attachment away from that. You need to walk away from that attachment, and then walk away from the negative things that you tell yourself. There's that negative mindset. You need to walk away from that as well. All right, and once you do that, like, the wheel will continue to turn, and what is down will come up. It will come up again, and on your next up, you want to be as up as you possibly can. I know, I feel for you guys, because I feel there's such heavy energy on this. I feel like, it's like made me feel tired just doing this reading, because I can feel that it is exhausting, and you are tired of it all, and you just I'm thinking that you just want it to end anyway now, because you're sick of like having to deal with it, which is why the Eight of Cups is here, to tell you to just detach yourself from it. Try and put your mind on other things. If there are other things that you can think about, other things that you can really submerge yourself into, immerse yourself into, that is just going to take your mind away from it, because whatever is going on has to pan out. You've got to let it pan out. And while you're doing that, well, maybe submerge yourself in learning about how you can think more positively. Submerge yourself into how you can reparent yourself. Submerge yourself into what positive things can I be telling myself. Submerge yourself in positive affirmations, or listening to 528 hertz music or something like that. Listening to positive people on YouTube, positive YouTubers, people who just are uplifting and have amazing energy and things like that. Immerse yourself in that while you detach yourself from whatever is going on that is making you feel so bad. And then once you do that, this thing will pan out, and the wheels will keep turning, and eventually you will end up back up at the top again. You will end up at the top again. And with everything that you've prepared yourself with, all the tools that you've prepared yourself with, then the time when you're back at the top again will feel so much better. It will feel so much better. Right. So let's look at your oracle card, shall we? Flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. See what I mean? It's like embrace this point of detaching from what is going on, and in between what is coming around now that you've manifested in the past, and what is going to come in the future because of what you're going to be doing now. These positive thinking things that you're going to be putting in place now, this reparenting, this new way of thinking that you're going to start implementing. that is like, revel in it, embrace it. Like, get excited about the fact that you're putting in place these strategies and these tools, and get excited about the fact that they're going to bring you such good things. Like, get excited about what they could be bringing you, and this positive life that's going to come from after all this darkness. Claim your independence. See what I mean? Don't rely on this thing that's been giving you your sense of worth another minute because it's going bad. Your worth is low. So don't just detach yourself from that. That is not what defines you. That is not where you get your sense of self-worth and your validation from. You get that from yourself. And if you're not giving yourself the validation that you need to start thinking better of yourself. You need to start telling yourself better things. Stop putting yourself down all the time. Start feeding yourself positive things, happy things, uplifting things. Stop feeding yourself drama and gossip and negativity and things that are pulling you down. All right? Claim your independence. Stop associating your worthiness to whatever this thing is, or to anything else for that matter. Your worthiness comes from you. Your validation comes from you. Be your own biggest fan. Be your own cheerleader. Look after yourself, all right? Stop putting your worth on things that are outside of yourself, because it all comes from in here, all right? It all comes from within you. So I really, really hope that you enjoyed this reading. If this resonated with you, tell me a negative thought that you've changed into a positive thought. Tell me what negative thought you've been telling yourself and what positive thought you're going to be changing it into in the future. Okay, I want to know. So if you're watching, if this resonated with you, please leave me because that helps me to reach other people and that helps me to help other people. And I just wish you the best of luck in whatever's going on. Just remember that your worth is not connected to this thing. Your worth comes from within. So thank you so much for watching. If for some reason you watched all of these readings, then you are a trooper and you deserve a gold star. And I don't even have a gold star. Have a big kiss. That was a bit cheesy. Right. I'm gonna go now. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you. Really, I really do. I enjoy this so much. And hopefully now my phone situation should be sorted out. I'll be back every week, hopefully more than once a week, because I'm going to try recording some mindset stuff to upload sort of like Friday weekend sort of time. So hopefully you'll be getting to see me twice a week, because you're so lucky. And until I see you next time, take care of yourselves. Just good luck with everything, and stop treating yourself so badly and start telling yourself positive things. Raise your vibration and shower yourself with love. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.